diamond chains, and the closure of Johnny Dang's store. Fans wanted answers, rappers began to take sides, and the story went viral on the internet. However, the real cause of the problem is a bitter breakup from a former employee. On a Monday, $500,000. Sauce Walka is where this all begins. Rapper Sauce Walka hails from Houston. Albert Walker Mondane is his real name. Born on June 29, 1990. In 2007, he began rapping under the moniker A-Walk, ran his own label, The Sauce Factory, and formed the duo Sauce Twins with Sancho Saucy in 2014. He is well known for his jewelry. He has a reputation for spending a lot of money on jewels. And he spent that money with Johnny Dang for more than 20 years. Born Dang Quoc Hong, Johnny Dang is a Houston-based Vietnamese-American jeweler. In 1996, he left Vietnam for the United States. He began doing jewelry repairs at a flea market. After that, he set up a tiny garage workshop. Then, in 1998, he opened TV Jewelry, a store in Sharpstown Mall. When he began performing gold dental work for a dentist, clients requested diamonds on top, which is how he entered the custom grill market. He worked out how to accomplish it on his own.
You asked to see the boss? I'm Johnny Dang, the king of bling. He's on the rock.
He did not receive that title. He deserved it. His collaboration with rapper Paul Wall in the early 2000s gave him his big break and contributed to the mainstreaming of custom grills in southern hip-hop. By the 2010s and 2020s, Johnny Dang and Company had several sites and catered to dozens of well-known rap artists, including Lil Wayne, Travis Scott, Drake, Cardi B, and Rick Ross. Tens of millions are thought to represent his net worth. His creations frequently cost tens of thousands, perhaps hundreds of thousands, and even more for highly customized pieces.
He sponsored us, me and my brother and my mom. So all family came here, 1996.
Sauce Walker was also present from the start. According to clips, not from the start of the fame, but from the start of the grind. Sauce shared content on social media. He was acquainted with Johnny back when he sold TVs, radios, candies, and other products, and the man was still known as TV Johnny. In one video, Sauce gave a detailed account of the early days, describing how they would break into cars and steal radios to sell to Johnny Dang in order to obtain gold chains, earrings, and grills. The connection was like that. Neighborhood and street levels. Two individuals growing up in the same Houston environment. One in front of the counter and one behind it. Sauce Walker says he spent about $500,000 with Johnny Dang during their more than 20-year friendship. He didn't just throw out that amount. He reiterated it in several interviews and vids. A $500,000 Cuban chain was one among those transactions. The transaction was reportedly so big that a Chase Bank branch handled it. On a Monday, Sauce went on a shopping frenzy and spent $300,000.
I'm the one who spent the $500,000. I did this.
He likened himself to Floyd Mayweather, claiming that he was the only rapper to receive the identical jewelry.
They got the same necklace that Floyd Mayweather got.
This was more than just a consumer entering a store and purchasing an item from the shelf. This was a partnership. On social media, Johnny Dang shared videos of those purchases. In songs and appearances, Sauce called out the store. For the cameras, they flexed together. He was referred to as a day one client by Johnny. Sauce referred to Johnny as a friend. Therefore, it wasn't just a customer switching jewelers when Sauce Walker made the decision to take his Johnny Dang grills off camera, replace them with $1 million set from someone else, and then explain his actions to everyone on the internet. After 20 years, they broke up in public. Furthermore, the person he changed to wasn't just any rival. It was a man who had learned the same craft under the same roof while sitting in the same shop. Jose Mata was his name. The man who departed the store is known as Plug Gio. A former associate and former worker of Johnny Dang and Company, Plug Gio is also known online as Plug Gio. Around April 2021, he quit his job at the store to launch a rival jewelry business in Houston. Depending on who is narrating the tale, the specifics of his leaving change. The fact that he left with knowledge, expertise, and eventually clients is a constant. In the realm of handmade hip-hop jewelry, where relationships are intimate and transactions take place through handshakes and Instagram direct messages, that kind of divide occurs in a different way than in any other business. Rappers like Moneybagg Yo were among the artists Plug Gio began serving independently, which led to a direct competition with the man who educated him. In this industry, competition also doesn't remain silent for very long. Now, if not for what transpired next, Plug Geo's departure would have been a footnote. Because when Sauce Walka decided to make his move, he did not just go to another jeweler. He went to the jeweler who had already proven himself, the one who had quit Johnny Dang's shop. And the spark that ignited the whole thing was the combination of Plug Geo's insider knowledge, Sauce Walka's purchasing power, and a camera documenting everything. Sauce Walka introduced what he called the world's first permanent $1 million barbecue, made by Plug Geo in August 2024. Large 3-carat and 1-carat diamonds set in rose gold were highlighted in the jewelry. He flaunted it on YouTube and Instagram live videos. He took care to specify exactly who was contributing and who was receiving the work.
Most expensive grill, man. Sauce Walka, Plug Geo, you did.
Then he said the part that changed everything.
I'm gonna take out the Johnny Dangs and put in the Geos. Sorry. I'm taking out these and I'm upgrading to these.
He referred to it as an improvement. He drew the comparison with no nuance at all, putting a dollar figure of $100,000 on the old grills and a dollar amount of $1 million on the new ones.
From 100,000 to 1 million, you know what I'm saying? Because we had we setting a bar standard in the state of Texas so high that it cannot be beaten.
This is the point at which two distinct storylines begin to emerge. There is a tale of a devoted customer who felt he outgrew his jeweler, desired larger and better things, and used his right to transfer his funds to another retailer. Sauce Walka gives that account. Then there's another tale, the one that raises the possibility of something darker, the one that implies Sauce's departure wasn't merely motivated by his desire for a larger grill. Social media users speculated that Sauce departed because the diamonds he had been purchasing for 20 years were not what he had been assured they were. Whether Sauce made the accusation directly or it developed from the environment surrounding Plug Geo and the drama channels, it was the catalyst because the issue was no longer merely one of loyalty or rivalry. Whether Johnny Dang sold lab-grown diamonds and claimed they were natural became the question. Because of the chemical vapor deposition method used to produce them, lab-grown diamonds, also referred to as CVD diamonds, are chemically identical to natural diamonds. They have the same appearance. On the majority of common equipment, they conduct identical tests. Cost is the difference. When compared to a natural diamond of the same size and quality, a lab-grown diamond can be 70 to 90% less expensive. This implies that a piece with lab-grown stones sold at natural diamond prices has a huge markup, which could be fraudulent if the buyer was never informed of the difference. That is the main thrust of the charge. Not that the jewelry broke or that the diamonds don't look good. The premium price was alleged to represent a premium product that was never delivered. Johnny Dang himself discussed the controversy around lab-grown versus natural diamonds in an interview with KCHOU Houston in 2025. Regardless of the science, he admitted that many of his rapper clients consider lab-grown stones to be fraudulent and that they prefer genuine diamonds due to their status and rarity. GIA-certified real diamonds are promoted for numerous pieces on his website. He did not completely discount lab-grown diamonds. Recognizing the change in the market, he presented them with a more affordable option. However, his critics claimed that he crossed the line between providing them publicly and allegedly replacing them covertly. The accusation was also supported by Plug Geo, the man who sat in that shop and observed the process from the inside. He openly endorsed Sauce Walka's account of what happened. He said he was underpaid despite helping Johnny Dang make millions of dollars. Additionally, he claimed that lab-grown stones, replete with certifications, were being used and passed off as genuine. Because this was not just a random online hater, the insider angle increased the story's credibility for viewers. This person used to work there. It's another matter entirely if the accusation can be shown to be genuine, but the perception was sufficient to fuel the subsequent events. Respect my name. Everything was visible to Johnny Dang. He watched the videos. He noticed the flexing. As Sauce Walka showcased another man's work, he heard his name come out of his mouth. And he answered in a manner that only a man with 25 years of experience in the game could. He went to Instagram, faced the camera, and spoke with Sauce face to face. Sauce. Man, how long have we known each other? More than 20 years. He began by establishing the history, not the business. In a city where reputations are constructed one transaction at a time, we have known each other for 20 years. You know that I never asked for or gave you anything for free __. That line was deliberate. I'm glad you shop with me. Any argument that their connection was transactional in a way that favored one party over the other was refuted. Every dollar that was exchanged, according to Johnny, was earned on both sides. No giveaways or favors. He acknowledged that Sauce was free to spend his money whatever he pleased. He even mentioned particular jewelers by name. It had nothing to do with losing a sale. Then the tone changed. It's not a problem. I am aware that you only paid for the grill. There is no skin. But buddy, don't be disrespectful to my name. That was the line, not the expenditure, the name dropping, the switching,